Okay guys, I'm back. I had to go and wash my face and put my glasses on. So, alright, we have, why do I have so much stuff? Okay, so I have a bunch of mini Natasha Denona palettes. I have a mini Lorac palette. And I'll just kind of go through these real quick. These are not all my mini Natasha Denonas. I think I have two, one in each of the makeup bags that I have. So this is the mini gold palette right here. I do not have the big gold palette, but I will in a few days because it's on its way. This is the mini sunset palette. Like I said, I'm not getting rid of any of these. This is the mini glam palette. This is the one, the newest one. I like that. This is the mini star, I think. Yep. Mini star palette. And then I have two of the 5 pans. One is the camel palette. And one is the cranberry palette. Love them all dearly. Use them all the time. They're so easy. You don't have to work at them hard. It's just perfect for me to get ready during the day, in the morning. Okay, so this is the Rachel Zoe Hollywood Glamour palette. So I missed the other one. It got sold out before I could get it. This is the Golden Eyes, which I like a lot. It's good. I have Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. This is what it looks like. I use this a lot too. Use it a lot. And then I have the Too Faced Hot Buttered Rum. A lot. I use it a lot. That's all I can say. A lot. Oh, man, I have like a freaking bad headache. That's why I took all my makeup off and everything. So I do have one of the Dior Backstage eye palettes. This is the Warm Naturals one. I really do like this palette. It's got a primer right here, and then the other 8 pans are eyeshadows. And I am a fan. I love it. Okay. I bought one of the nude palettes, the minis from Huda Beauty. Maybe I bought 2. I don't know. This is the Rich Nudes Obsession. I have a bunch of her palettes, her minis. We won't get through all the palettes today. This is just what's in this drawer and in a couple of things that sit in front of my face. Alright, so I have another palette from NARS. It's the Afterglow palette. I think I'm going to put this up for a little bit so I can make room for all my stuff. So as you can see, I have a lot of NARS. Alright. I have a Bobbi Brown, which came to me broken, and it's all broken up inside of there. I'm going to go dump it in the... I thought I pressed it back in, but obviously not. Well, maybe I did. Maybe I just did. Alright, so this is the palette here. It is the Infrared Eyeshadow Palette. Messy, obviously. Did come broken. I should have sent it back, but I was like, what the hell? You know, sometimes it's not worth it. I have another palette. I don't know who this is from. This is like... I don't know who it's from. It's the Betty Boop palette. It came in one of our boxes, but I got so much stuff like this, I'm not going to use this. Not that it was bad. It wasn't bad. I have the Too Faced. This is the Razzle Dazzle Berry Eyeshadow Palette, which I really do like. Because I like all this, and it smells like berries. Who doesn't like a smelly palette, right? Somewhere I have the pineapple one. I have no idea where it is, but somewhere around here I have it. Okay. Then I have the Kylie Jenner Kylie palette. I thought this was the birthday one. I don't know. It's the Kylie Jenner Kylie. It's all the pinks and stuff. It is pretty. I like it. Then of course I have my original Naked palette. I've never hit pan in this thing. That's okay. I like a little variety in my life. All right, and this is the palette that Erica bought me, the Power Hungry palette. It is fabulous, fabulous. So hang on to that too. And then the one I was talking about before the camera shut off was this Viseart Dark Edit palette. Oh, it's good. It's really good. Put that in there. I am freeing up some space. All right, and then I have the ColourPop All That palette. I do like this as well. I just picked this up. And then I have the Lorac Luxe Diamond palette, and I like this too. Both of these I just picked up recently. We'll put the Lorac one in here. That's where my other Lorac stuff is. And we're gonna go into this big drawer. So I think I already showed you this. I just bought the Jack and Hill palette. Actually, I just did a tutorial on it. This is the second one. Love it. Put this in this drawer. So here is a dose of colors from, oh, I forget who this is from, because I can't see. I can't see. This is, it's not one of the Desi. It's I Love Sarahi palette. That's what it is. And then you'll see when I go through my ColourPops, I have another one that was a collaboration with ColourPop. I have a mess in here. My camera's getting ready to shut off again, you little shit. Let's see if I can get through just talking about a little bit of cat. Little bit of cat. Cat is my girl. I have a lot of Kat Von D palettes too. Ridiculous. Just one day. Okay, I'm gonna go over the little quads, the Shade and Light quads. I have Sage, which is a little green palette. I know that's shocking since it's called Sage. And then I have the Rust, which I like both of them. They're all matte. And then then I have my Shade and Light. I had the Glimmer, but I think I got rid of it. This is just my regular one. I love these palettes. What in the Humpty Dumpty? It's not gonna make it. This is my Metal Matte palette. It's big. People hate it because it's big. I love it. I don't care. I mean, it's not like I'm taking a shit on the subway. What's people's problem? And then this is my Saint and Center palette. It was a Christmas palette. And it's fabulous. It's fabulous. Look at all those colors. Ooh! I love it. And then another one that people didn't like that I love is the Fetish palette. I love it. Fabulous. It's fabulous. What is wrong with people? The reds in here are amazing. People are crazy. They wouldn't know a good thing if it hit them in the face. Okay, and I just picked up this for Haida. It's really like the big Lolita palette. That's what it is. Lolita for Vida eyeshadow palette. I love it. And I actually picked it up on sale. Due diligence. Go to Sephora's website and Ulta's website because they have a lot of this stuff. And this is my mini metal matte palette, which I love as well. It's great for travel. I know, I have way too much stuff. I'm waiting for somebody to put in the comments, do you know you have way too much stuff? Do you know you need to give some of that away? I know. I'm working on it. All right, and this is the 10th anniversary palette. So that, I think, is all of my palettes from Miss Cat. Let's do some Makeup Addiction palettes. So I have 2 Makeup Addiction palettes. I have the Meadow palette, which is just gorge. It's gorge. I should probably leave it out, because I don't get a lot of use out of it. And then I have the Vintage palette, which is gorgeous as well. I will leave those out. There's a huge sale. I don't know if Vintage Cosmetics is going on, I'm sorry, Makeup Addiction. Cosmetics is going out of business, but there's like a big 70% off sale on their website. I dare not go there. What in the world? What in the world? Alright, let's go through some Dose of Colors. I have some more Dose of Colors palettes. So this is the Desi and Katie palette. Gorgeous. I'm going to leave that out too. And then I have the Mickey palette. Not the newer one. I think the newer one's the mini palette. I have the Mickey palette. Way to go, Mickey. I'm going to leave Mickey out too. Alright, and then I have the Hidden Treasures palette, which is fabulous. Fabulous. I know, it's embarrassing. It doesn't even look like I touched the shit. I have touched it, I promise. You don't need that. You don't even touch it. Yes, I do. Okay. Then I'm gonna go through my Lime Crime, my smaller Lime Crime palettes. I have Prelude Exposed. It's a very cool tone palette. I have Prelude Chrome. Love it. And then I have the Venus 3. You know. And then I have a couple of these 4 quad ones. I just happen to have one in my drawer right now. This is the silver, the Venus extra small silver. So I'm not getting rid of those. Nope, don't want to. And then I have 2 Pat McGrath palettes because they're so expensive. They're very expensive. I have the Bronze Ambition. These are the 6-pan palettes. And that's what that looks like. And then I have, this one I just picked up. It's actually half price on her website. It's the Platinum Bronze one. That's what that looks like. You should pick this up half price. It's like $32, I think. I mean, just the formula is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, I just don't know where to go next. The moment that you realize you have way entirely too much junk. Damn. Okay. So I have the Cover FX palette. It came in one of our boxes. I'm never going to use this. Never going to use it. I did a tutorial with it. I'm sure it's great. This is the Naked Basics palette. The Ultimate Basics. That was back in the time where I had to have everything. Alright, let's look at some more Too Faced palettes. So I have the Too Faced Natural Face palette. I will use that. I have the Natural Eyes palette. These are the new, instead of the 10s. I used to have the 10s, but I gave them away. And this is the Natural Mattes palette. And these all smell like vanilla, and I love them. They're a little bit bulky, but they're beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, there you are. Did you know I was looking for you? Okay. Just some more Too Faced. So I have, like I said before, the Pineapple palette. These are actually at TJ Maxx now. This was the first Too Faced palette I ever bought. It's probably the most expensive palette I've ever bought when I bought it. It's the Peanut Butter and Jelly. It's not going anywhere. so many people have asked me to sell that to them. And then I have the gold palette. So I have the peach, the regular, the chocolate, the gold, and the peanut butter, and those kind of palettes. And I have some more. All right, so here's one that came out, I think it was this Christmas. I just recently got it, but it's the Pretty Rich palette. A lot of people didn't like it, but I love it. I think it's fabulous. What do people know anyway? It's bulky, but I'm not going on vacation with it. All right. Now, I can't get them out. Isn't that fabulous? So I do have two big Line Climb palettes. I have the Venus. So the camera is back on. So kind of it. I was able to go get me a protein shake because I was starting to get a headache. So I have the Venus XL palette. This is what it looks like, and it's amazing. And then I have the XL2 palette. Also amazing. Much lighter, subdued. Great day looks out of that. Then I have the Too Faced Natural Lust palette. A lot complaining about this palette too, but I don't know why. Then I have the Kathleen Lights. What is it called? So Jaded. So Jaded. And then I love, by the way, I love ColourPop. Love it. And this is the It's All Good palette. So, not getting rid of any of these either. I just wanted to take advantage of my drawer being kind of empty. Kind of. Okay. Put these palettes back in here so that we can see what else we got. Leave that open. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Leave that up here. Leave that up here. Alright, so the next thing I have is just a couple of Jeffree Star palettes. I used to have more, but I gave some away. I sent one to Sean and gave some others away. So this is just a highlight palette. I should probably take it out because I do like it a lot. It's good. And then I have the Blood Sugar palette, which is just so cute. I didn't buy the blue one. I forget what that one's called, but I don't wear blues, so this is amazing. So I didn't buy it. How about that? I'm trying to get my hands on the purple one, the one that's out now. Trying to get my hands on it. Alright, so now we're going to go into my Juvia's Place collection. I only have a few. Yeah. I wish I only had a few, but I have a lot. Okay, the first one is the Festival palette. I'm probably going to give that away. The next one I have is the Masquerade palette. It's gorgeous. I'm going to hang on to that for a little bit. Then I have the Magic. It's another big one like the Masquerade. I really do like this one. Too much. I have the Nomad palette. I really love this. I just got that. I have the Tribe palette. Another one I just love. What's this one? This is the Warrior palette. It's another one I love. I love them all. That's my problem. This is the Warrior 2 palette. This is all mattes. Not that big of a fan. I'm going to actually get rid of that one. This is the Deuce palette. I might try this for a little bit. But I bet, and then if I don't use it by the next time I go through my drawers, it's going in the go away. All right, this is the Saharan palette. I like this one too. This is the Afrique palette. Not so much. You don't have to have everything. I keep telling myself that. And then this is the Nubian, and I like this one as well. All right, so that is my Juvia's Place things. I actually got through a row. It's amazing. How amazing is that? Where's my Jaclyn Hill palette? I cannot find my Jaclyn Hill palette. That is crazy. My original one. All right, let me go real quick through my Anastasia stuff, which I have a lot of. I have a lot of Anastasia because I really like their formula and stuff. Okay. First thing I have is the Norvina. Beautiful. Beautiful Norvina. She's beautiful. I can't. Then I have the Sultry palette. Another one's beautiful. I'm going to tell you they're all beautiful because I love them all. This is my Soft Glam palette. They're on a brush. And I hang on to all of them. This is my Prism palette. Another one people didn't like. I don't know what's wrong with them. You know. Sometimes you just gotta be patient. One of my favorites is the Master palette by Mario. Mario is Kim Kardashian's makeup man. This is the, which one is this? Self-Made palette. Not even gonna say it's beautiful. You know it's beautiful. You saw it. Then this is my Subculture palette. You know that's beautiful too. Just because you can't make it work for you doesn't mean it's horrible for everybody else. I like how when that one came out, like one person gave it a bad review and then everybody jumped on that bandwagon. Like, oh, it sucks. It's awful. Get over yourself. This is the Modern Renaissance palette. Then I have two Glow palettes. I actually think I have three. I think I have another one somewhere. This is That Glow. And then I have the Nicole Guerrero. Yeah, I just stuck my finger in one of them. So, I'm not done. I got more spread out everywhere, but I got three that have been in my drawer here. So, I have all three of the Norvina collection. The Pro Pigment palettes, I have 1, 2, and 3. This is 3. Oh, gorgeous. Jaclyn Hill did a tutorial with that. Get it, girl. This is the 2 palette. Another one. That's gorge. See, if I have these bright colors, I don't need bright colors anywhere else. And then they all had minis, too. I have all the minis. Imagine that. And this is the number 1. Okay. That is Modern Renaissance. I mean, that is my ABH stuff. All my ABH stuff. My husband comes rolling through here. He's going to know why all this shit is out. We're giving things away. That's why it's out. Then he fusses at me because I buy stuff and give it away. Mind your business. It's my paycheck, dude. Alright, so then I have 2 of the Disney palettes. I got the It's a Princess Thing from ColourPop, and this is the Midnight Masquerade. I really like this one. This is my favorite. I think I have a Villains one too somewhere. too much stuff. Did I say that already? Yeah, this is the Misunderstood, which is the Disney Villains palette. I like that. I'm digging that one too. So all three of these really belong together. I also have the Frozen palettes, but I've put them away for my niece. She's 3. I know. I'm crazy. Okay, so this is Truly Madly Deeply. That's what that one looks like. Truly Madly Crazy. This one is Through My Eyes. This is the I Love Sarahi palette that I was talking about. She did a collab with them. I have the Fortune palette. And this is the one that Shayla did. This is the Perception palette. This one is fabulous. Fabulous, I tell you. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff. This is the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. I may let this go just because I have so many shadows like that and I need to make room. This one is not going anywhere. This is the Cute AF palette. You know what that means? I don't need to tell you. This one is the Jungle palette. Is that what it's called? No, it's called the Good Sport palette. This one is fabulous. Some of the colors in them are very similar, but they're amazing. Amazing. And then I have the Dream Street palette, which is another collab with Kathleen Lights. Love that one too. This is the Rendezvous. Okay, so we're going to go through the rest of these ColourPops. I have a bunch of the 9 pans. This is Proceed with Caution. Not going to keep it. Not because I don't like it, but I have a lot like it. This one is the green one, Trust Your Luck. I'm going to hang on to that. Please excuse Talia if she starts barking because she's getting wound up. This is the Mar palette. I don't touch this. And I love ColourPop stuff. Here's another real pinky one. I've got a bunch of pinky stuff. Pinky. This is the Soul palette. I really like it because the bright oranges. But there's a bunch of those in the Jaclyn Hill palette. It's probably the same colors. Just saying. Different names, same colors. So this is the Brown Sugar palette. I really love this. I'm going to hang on to it. And then I have the purple, It's My Pleasure palette. I really like this too. We're going to keep ya. Then I have the Sweet Talk palette, which I love as well. It's kind of corals and so forth. Freaking bees are outside. I hate bees. This is the ColourPop Rendezvous palette. It's very similar to the palette from Kathleen Lights, so we're going to let it go. This is the Sweet Nothings palette right here. Ugh, it's too cool for me. I don't like it. Then I have the She palette. We're going to hang on to this. And then I have the Salvage palette, which is another collab, and I can't see because of the lighting. And I like this one as well. So we're going to hang on to those. So that's kind of where we're at with ColourPop. If that moves, it's because Enzo's big butt is right behind me. He is tailgating. Okay, so I have a couple more Too Faced that I didn't talk about. This is the Turn Up the Light in Light. This is like a soft focus powder and then 2 highlighters. I'm going to put it back here with my Too Faced stuff because I have been using it. And then I have the Born This Way, the Natural Nudes. It's really good. You guys should get it. I gotta say, that's really good. You should just run out and get that. losing steam. I'm sure you can see that. This is the Boss Babe palette from Boss Babe Betty from Buxom. And I do enjoy that as well. I really have never met a palette I didn't like, but... Where's my Thirsty palette from Jeffree Star? All of a sudden, like, all these palettes are coming to mind, and I'm like, where in the hell is that? I must have given it to somebody. Oh, well. Alright, so now I have some Morphe palettes. They're like the small ones. We'll go through these real quick. This is the Jewel Crew palette. This is what it looks like on the inside. I'm not going to keep that one. This is the Always Golden palette. Not a fan. Not going to keep it. See, I used to just buy things to buy them. This is the first, this is the Kathleen Lights with Morphe collaboration. I'm going to keep that. This is the Day Slayer palette. I like it, but I got so much. Like it. Then I have the Happy Hour palette. Just not that different from it. Just don't reach for these. Now I sound like a brat. This is the Hey Girl Hey palette. It's a 25C. This is what it looks like. I'm going to hang on to this one because I want to... No, I'm not. I'm not. Susan, you have too much stuff like that. Then this is the Oh Boy palette, 25D. And this is all mattes, and they all pretty much look the same to me. I'm going to give that away. And then this is the 25A palette. It's either the copper or the coffee palette. I don't think I'm going to hang on to any of those. It's just my Kathleen Lights one. And I could probably put that somewhere else. But, yeah. I mean, I have a Smashbox. This is like a contour blush highlight palette. And that's pretty much, well, I have a whole pile of palettes behind the camera over there. But they're ones I'm going through. So a lot of, a couple of Morphe ones. And then I have a couple of ABH. A couple of Too Faced. You know, a couple of Melt. I got a bunch of shit over there. But we'll get through that. We'll get through that. Another time. Another time. Alright, everybody. Actually, we're going to do it. Don't you like how I just flip it on you? Like, bitch, we're going to do it. Alright, we'll be right back. I'm going to set up over there. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit darker over here just because it is, and my light is charging and all that kind of crazy. But I want to go through the palettes that I have over here. So I just picked up this Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. Not even open yet. I need to do a look with that. This is a face palette by Zoeva. Came in one of our boxes. I have the Honey palette, the Naked Honey palette, which I absolutely love. That's probably going to go into something over there. Then I have the Melt Cosmetics Millennial Pinks palette. I just got it. Trying it out. Ah! Oh, my Gemini palette's over here. I did not just get this from Melt. It's an old palette. I have the, I can't remember which one it is. Goodness gracious. I can't even remember. It's one of the collaboration palettes with ColourPop. I'm sorry, with ABH. And then I have a Melt palette here. My camera's gonna die. Look at that. Fabulous. And then I have a Smith & Colt palette I just picked up. It's the first time I've ever had their stuff, but I was pretty impressed. Alright, so that's what I got going on over there. And then in front of me, I have a bunch And it's crazy. No one should have this much shit. All right, my camera's gonna die on me. We'll finish this up later because I have a whole bunch of crazy over here. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for being patient with my camera continuing to cut out, so it's kind of like choppy in the video, but I showed you everything I had. Well, I will show you everything I have when I finish up over here. All right, everybody. I love you guys. Mwah. Hey everybody, so we are gonna now go through some palettes I have that are in some mix of drugstore and you know, it's just a mix. Let's just say it's just a mix. Okay, so this is my Milani. I have Bold Obsessions, Pure Passion, and I have the Gilded Desires. And I do have some Kat Von D. This is Thrasher. Susan, you know what that is. And I've got some MAC. These are the what do they call them? The Extra Dimension. Yeah, that's Worship. So I have some of those. I have a couple of Steelers back there. I have another Kat Von D. It's red. So, yeah. So, like I said, these Milani palettes, and it's going to be hard for me to open things with. So, this is what it looks like on the inside. I have not touched these in forever, but I never opened this drawer. So, I had been watching some videos, and I'm like, you know what? I need to shop my stash and start switching out my makeup because I'm never going to use everything if I don't. Let's see what this Gilded Desires looks like. And that's what that looks like. They're all good little palettes. But I just never opened this drawer. So this is the Solstice. This is a dupe for the Natasha Denona palette. The Sunset palette. Goodness gracious. And I really, really use the heck out of this. Or have. Then I have the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair. That is what that looks like. I love this too. Oh, and over here I have a bunch of little color pops. The Shock Shadows. So, anyway. And then I have this little Atlantis palette. You know, when the whole green and blue thing went nuts. So, what in the world? Oh. That's a Mariah Carey MAC palette. Then I have this palette. It's the e.l.f. I think it's like the Jewels palette or something. Anyways, I'm not using that. I think I'm going to give that away. And then here is all of my Huda Beauty. This is a Gemstone Obsessions. That's what that looks like. And I'm not getting rid of any of these, of course, because I love them. This is the Coral Obsessions. I don't have them all, but I have enough. Yeah. So, this is Topaz Obsessions. Definitely not getting rid of that. This is Mauve Obsessions. I thought I had Smoky too. Let's see here. This is the Emerald Obsessions. Beautiful. What is this one? This is the Warm Brown Obsessions. They're beautiful. I really don't use them enough, but I'm not getting rid of them. There you are, the Smoky Obsessions. Yeah. So we're going to definitely do a Shop My Stash because we're going to pull some of this stuff out. Put this back down here. And then I just have some glitters and stuff over here. And these are those MAC, like, it's a magnetic eyeshadow. If I open it up, it will go everywhere. These two are dupes for the Lime Crime palettes, the first and second. And they work very well, so I never have bought the Lime Crime. Here's the Mad for Matte palette from e.l.f. I can't get it open, but I'm not keeping it. Here is the Nude Awakening palette. I'm sorry, Nude Awakening palette from Wet n Wild. I don't want that. Then I have a bunch of Wet n Wilds that I'm going to hang on to a couple of them. Probably going to hang on to this one. It's probably my favorite. But I've bought them to do dupe videos. This is a neon palette that Gina sent all of us gals so we could do a little dupe party. I'm going to hang on to this one too. And then here's another one Gina sent us. Beautiful. And then I have the Grind palette. Sorry. From NYC. And I'm going to keep all of those. So, that's really all I had in my extra eyeshadow collection, besides all the eyeshadows I have stacked on here that are brand new, but you guys will get to see those. So yeah, this pretty much wraps up my collection, my eyeshadow collection, and I will see you guys next time. Love ya.